Hey guys, Evan Dukas, Integrated Garden. Today I would like to just take a few minutes to talk to you about the incredible goji berry. Many of you may have heard of goji berry as an amazing superfood, that which it is, but many of you northern gardeners may not have heard about how it can grow in your climate. I wouldn't have thought so either until I found out that it makes its home in the high Tibetan mountain regions, which is pretty incredible because here in Colorado, Denver area, Rocky Mountain region, that was music to my ears. I knew that it can grow here. The verdict is still out if you look online for the hardiness zones, but here's the thing. Anywhere from zone 2 to zone 9 may be fair game. That's incredible, guys. Like, this thing is one tough berry. It really doesn't take a whole lot of care. In fact, this is a very neglected area of my yard. It's here in front of my west wall, where I really don't ever want to water because it's very close to my foundation, which is just the point. Goji berries are easy to grow. I really don't have too much advice on how to grow them except water them real well the first year, the first season, and then after that, you're good. You probably never have to water again in most climates. Also, it's reported that they hate rich soil. So if you have really bad quality soil, especially alkaline, clay, hard to manage soils, these guys are the berry for you. So low nitrogen, they love apparently. They fruit more the less rich the soil is. Even if you do have rich soil, they're probably fine. Seriously, I've seen these guys just growing in so many different types of situations and they always seem to do fine. Definitely prune them, keep them to the shape that you want. There are some good pruning practices out there that you can look up. You can train them to a single stem, like a strong trunk, or a multi-stem bush if you'd like. They get really big. Some varieties of these guys and some variations do sucker a lot, meaning that they tend to sprout lots of plants down from the mother plant. That may be really good news to you, but if it's not, just keep on top of it, pull them out, give them to your friends. Also, I do hear some gardeners complain about the flavor. They really don't like the flavor of goji berries that much. I will say they're not quite like a raspberry or a strawberry, but mine actually taste really good. I do have 3 different varieties. One of the 3 varieties is actually exceptionally bitter and just has a strange flavor to it. So I'll bet you if you're looking at another gardening channel and they're complaining about the flavor, they probably have one of those varieties that don't really taste as good as others. Some advice to possibly minimize that situation is if you can somehow taste the berry before you buy that variety, go ahead and do so. I realize that that's not always possible, but here's one really neat piece of advice is if you buy a pack of good quality dried goji berries sent over from China where you can get them in the health food store, go ahead and pull them apart and use the seeds inside the dry berries to sprout new gojis. In fact, these 3 major goji berry plants right behind me were started from seed, from the health food store, from dried berries. And they work incredible, they taste incredible, they perform great, and this specific variety just doesn't seem to sucker that much at all, like my other 2 varieties. So overall, I highly recommend growing this plant. It's so easy to grow, multiple growing zones, northern climates, no problem, heat, no problem, cold, no problem, poor soil, no problem. You could probably figure out how to grow them as a hedge, like a living hedge, prune them however you want, and you get these extremely amazing berries that are so good for you. They're extremely high in vitamin A and C, phytonutrients, phytochemicals, extremely concentrated in antioxidants, very good for eye health, skin health, and this is all scientifically backed. The potent antioxidants help fight free radical damage in your body. They help protect you against sunburn. In fact, I can attest this year that it really works. I haven't been getting burnt from the sun as I usually do, and I'm eating lots of these this year as I'm working in the garden. There are many other benefits that you can look up, but what an amazing berry, powerhouse nutrition, and so easy to grow. So berry superstar in the garden, in my opinion. Also, by the way, these make great dried berries. Sometimes I find them sun-dried on the actual plant. These are pretty fresh, but just starting to wrinkle a little bit. And the flavor is even better that way. But either way, I love the flavor. It's really hard to explain the flavor, so I'm just gonna say it's one of a kind. But again, you know all the benefits that it's doing for you. I really recommend growing it. Enjoy these berries. I hope you do. If you have any comments or questions about these berries, or have had any interesting situations or experiences regarding goji berries in your own garden, feel free to share it with the community. And until next time.